What's going on? IG Live, Facebook, Instagram, all the places I post this video. This is Dr. Lee coming to you from San Diego. And I wanted to hop on tonight. I'm just finishing up from the clinic, headed home. I want to hop on tonight and talk about something that's near and dear to me, but it was actually inspired by an interview that I did yesterday with the doc on his show. So it's going to be coming out. The show's going to be coming out next week, but I wanted to elaborate a little bit more because I wasn't able to say as much as I wanted to during the interview. But I am very, very much so passionate about encouraging men and helping men to see their place in the world, helping them to see, find their purpose and find their power. Okay, so I'm going to talk about why encouraging men is so important to me and why I think men need encouragement. And I want to start off with the problem. So the problem is that a lot of men don't know where they fit in the world. They don't know what their purpose is. They're not sure where they fit in. They're not sure what value they're supposed to add to the world. They're kind of floating around in this existence, not exactly sure of themselves. So that leads to less confidence. That leads to less risk-taking because you're not as confident in yourself, so you're not doing as much. That leads to a person taking a role where they're not completely expressing themselves, right? That leads to a man now not leading and letting someone else lead because they're not confident, right? This leads to a lot of misguided behavior because maybe the man hasn't seen a real man in his life. Maybe the man hasn't had an example before him. And so for me, where I'm at, and a lot of people know my story, you know, my dad wasn't really in my life when I was younger. So I had a lot of influence from women in my life. But I never really had a man to show me how to be a man. But I always wanted to be a man. I always wanted to be a father and a husband. I always wanted that in my life, right? But I didn't really know how to be that. And so as I have matured in my roles, as I have taken on responsibilities in my life and my family, I have learned a few things. And one of the biggest pains I see in the world is, one, is people not living their dream, but two, is men not understanding their power. And it's not about power to overpower someone else or something. It's more of understanding the power that you've been given and the role that you've been given on this earth. So the question was, hey, it looks like a lot of your content resonates with men. It seems like a lot of men engage your content. And I was like, well, you know what? Yes. And if you hear me, and a lot of the stuff that I talk about, if you hear me, I present it in a way where I'm encouraging, I'm trying to empower someone. So a man can get attached to my message because I'm trying to empower whoever's listening to me. But I have a heart for men. And the reason why is because the influence of a powerful man is incredible. It's almost unfathomable how much influence and how much positive change and positive ripples you can start in the world when you mess around with a powerful man. A man that understands his role, a man that understands his purpose, a man that is certain about where he's going, a confident individual, a leader, a protector, a provider. When you mess around and get around a man like that, what he is able to do is generational. What he's able to do is legacy building, right? And so that's what I'm trying to do with my life, and that's what I want every man that comes in contact with my you know, what I put out, comes in contact with my content, every single man, that's what I want for you. Now, this isn't always an easy thing, right? Because Many people find their position looking around. They find their position by what people tell them. They find their position by what people encourage in them. So they find their positions a lot of ways. And what I'm telling you, what I'm asking you, what I'm encouraging you to do is look inside and follow your gut and your tuition, because you know who you are. You do not need validation in the community of who you are. You know who you are. It's inside of you. You know who you are. The problem is, how do you manifest? How do you bring out what's inside of you? Now, I talk a lot about being a family man, talk a lot about being a husband, talk a lot about being a father. And I take those roles very seriously. And, in my family, we describe things that are serious to us. We say we're not playing about it. I'm not playing about my family. Meaning, I take them very seriously. My role, what I do, provide, protect, be there as a guide, leader. I take those things very serious. And I just posted a post where I talk about knowing your why. A lot of people ask me, how do I keep going? How do I keep pushing? Why do I do so much? And I simply explain to them is that my why is very significant. My family, my wife, my kids, my role as a leader is very important to me. So when I'm out maneuvering and I'm out trying to get some deal done, or I'm out trying to build something, I'm thinking about who I'm doing it for. And it's not about ego. It's not about satisfying my ambition. It's not about building me up and making me bigger. It's about what I'm going to be able to do for my family. Positions I'm able to put people in my life in, right? The hard times I'm going to be able to help someone avoid in a success that I may have. It's not always personal gain, right? And so when I'm getting up and I'm working for someone other than myself, maybe I got a little extra energy. Maybe I can go another mile if it's for someone else. If I'm doing something for my kids, I'm doing something for my wife, if it's something that's concerning them, I've got an extra mile, I've got an extra energy. I got another level I can go when I'm talking about that as my why, when I'm talking about why I'm doing this. If I run against a no, if a door gets closed, how hard am I looking for the next door? If I get a no, how fast do I get up and go for another yes when it's my family that I'm doing this for? If it's ego, I might run out of gas. If it's pride, I might run out of gas. If it's my family, I'm not running out of gas. I'm not running out of gas. Right? And so that's what I want to encourage men that are listening. All the men on here, all the men that follow me, I want you to understand you're powerful. I want you to understand your role. Now, having that power comes with a lot of responsibility. It's not about telling everybody what to do, making all the decisions. It's not about that. It's really about being responsible. That's what it's really about, being responsible. Responsible for your words, responsible for your actions, responsible for your energy, responsible for the tone. It's about being responsible. When I talk about power, I talk about being responsible. The person with the most power should be the most responsible in my eyes. That's how I see it. So when you take your role as a leader in your family, you take your role as a father, you take your role as a husband or a partner, a son, a brother, you take those roles serious, you understand the power you have to influence for good, then you look a little more and behave with a little more responsibility, because you understand the legs that can grow from your actions and your words. If your words are encouraging, those might be legs that grow in another person, helps them get up and do something. Right? If you're showing love, that love might spread. That love might make someone else's heart bigger and have them do something in a loving way, because the leader, the man that they have in their life, is showing love. When you understand that your actions can grow legs, then you behave responsibly, because you understand the ramifications of what you do. And it's not about being perfect, and it's not about never messing up. It's more about being cognizant and trying to do your best when it comes to the influence and the power that you have as a man. And so I just want to encourage every person, if you don't know where you're going, if you don't know why you're here, if you don't know why you're getting up and doing what you're doing, the easiest way to find your purpose is to look for service. Who can you serve the best in your life? Who are you most suited to serve in your life? That is where your purpose and your power is in that service. When it is about someone else, when it is about somebody around you, the benefit of someone else, you use your life to uplift your community, your family, somebody else. That is when what you intend to do grows legs and you have power behind it. That's when your push is unstoppable. That's when your motivation is at another level, when it's about someone else, right? So I hope this blessed y'all. Oh man, I'm glad I got to share. I'm probably gonna be sharing a lot more messages for men here in the future. I'm gonna be lighting y'all up. I want 2021 to be a year full of men on fire, understanding their position, understanding the power that they have, understanding their roles, understanding their influence. That's what I want to see in 2021, is men understanding what they can do. Okay? So I hope this blessed you. I hope this blessed somebody. I hope this encouraged a man to look at his role, see his position, act responsibly. Right? That's what I hope this message hit home with y'all. All right, guys. God bless. Godspeed. Getting ready to go in here and meet my fam with some energy. Getting ready to come in here and meet my fam with the best that I have. Get myself together. Keep it pressing. God bless. Godspeed. Keep pressing. Later.